What is up, YouTube? This is Talamantes here with another video. Thought I'd do something a little bit different. I got a phone prop for my car, and yes, hands-free, don't worry. But I just thought I'd talk a little bit about my thoughts. And if you guys like this style of video, let me know. We're just driving home right now, so I thought I'd just, talk about E-Hero Miracle Ejector, and also Mask Hero Fountain. And so I love these cards. First, we're going to talk about Ejector. I absolutely love these cards. I absolutely, just think that this card is just so good for us. It is full combo in itself. It is Miracle Ejector, and it is a hero lives essentially in Miracle Ejector form, a monster form. I love it. I feel like it's so much of what the deck needed. And yes, it's not a warrior. Yes, it's not a warrior. Yes, you have to run a Neospacian. But to be honest, for me, it's like, who cares? Who cares? Like, if anything, that's the benefit, a huge benefit of the card. And because let me tell you this, for one, just so that way I don't just say like, oh, hey, it's good, it's good, and it's something that you should be playing. Let me give you just a little bit of just a line for Miracle Ejector. Then you search for Ian Shuffle. Ian Shuffle stock just, and I'm sure you guys are already seeing it now. People are starting to catch on. But Ian Shuffle becomes, one of the better cards of the deck. It allows cards like Blaze Man, like Liquid Soldier, and I know a lot of people have still been playing Liquid Soldier for the longest time, and haven't stopped playing Liquid Soldier. For myself, one of the issues, and this isn't a debate about Liquid Soldier, if you like them, play them, and I want success for you guys. But this card, Miracle Ejector, gets you more Stratos summons, and E-Hero summons, particular E-Hero summons. So it makes it to where making Infernal Rage, bunch of potholes. Making Infernal Rage just becomes so much, more consistent and better. You're getting +1s while you're playing your game. E-Call, guys. E-Call becomes one of the best extenders in the deck now, for multiple reasons. One of the issues, going back to the whole liquid thing, is I love Liquid Soldier. I think a lot of people get confused about me not liking liquid. I love Liquid Soldier. It's just in my mind, I only have so many searches in the deck. With Cross Crusader, if you open up Mass Change, then you're allowed to dump the Shadow Mist and get the most value out of it. Your normal summon for Stratos, if you open up Ferris, then you don't have to search for Ferris. Or if you open up a D-Hero plus Stratos plus Ferris, all of these different variations, right? And so it came to a point for me where, am I going to search for Liquid Soldier, or am I going to search for Plasma with my Cross Crusader? Am I going to search for Liquid Soldier, or am I going to search for a Dust of Gold and get an Omni Negate? I always led towards something that I knew was going to get me a particular result. But with this Miracle Ejector, you get so many more searches, so many more bodies. It just becomes to where you can play a lot of these cards, and play them a lot more effortlessly. So all that to say is, and also, there's a lot more bomb cards, a lot more powerful one-card extenders that we can use, that make cards like Liquid Soldier a lot more valuable. Now, before, you didn't always want to draw into your increased Miracle Fusion Favor Contact, multiple Maliciouses. Say if you have a Malicious already in hand, or already in grave, and you just accidentally draw into the other one. Just a bunch of different things, right? But now with Dustcrow, Furnace, Miracle Ejector, Fountain, a bunch of other things. There's so many other good cards for you to draw into now that just make a lot more sense. Again, Liquid Soldier's still good regardless. It was just my preference. But I'm saying cards like Miracle Ejector make it to where these cards become even more valuable. And so I'm very, very excited for Miracle Ejector. You could go eCall into Miracle Ejector, search shuffle, then back it out, shuffle it back out, and then you can special summon Stratos. Now from that point, you can either lead to a branched off version of the full combo, which is the Adusted Gold line. If you can fit it all, the hardest thing about fitting it all is the extra deck. So we're gonna have to get creative. But in that same process, you can, even search for Stratos. You can do lines that way, make divisor or search your Ferris and all that stuff. Like, there's just literally so much that you can do. And all in all, and throughout it all, you can actually get a draw now. You can make use of the draw from Ian Shuffle. And on top of that, even if you didn't want to go the Ian Shuffle route, this allows us to play around cards like Dark Ruler No More so much more efficient, so much better, because you can side a card like Protection of the Elements. And I'm telling you guys, for one, that is what I'm going to be doing. I don't care if the card isn't played so much right now. I'm siding at least one Protection of the Elements, for bomb cards. If you look at today's format, so many people are maining cards like Dark Ruler No More, Droplets, and stuff like that. Cards like Protection of the Elements is something that really just stops that. It is a searchable, in my case, I think, it's a one of. You can play more if you like, it's all good, but it's a one of that's going to be extremely useful to protect our board. Like, enough said with that, right? So now on to Masked Hero Fountain. I think this card is amazing for a lot of different reasons. Now, a lot of people are trying to figure out different numbers between each Masked Hero, whether it be how many Duskcrow, how many Furnace, and how many Fountains. Maybe this is a discussion for another video, because then we start talking about Duskcrow and Furnace a little bit more. But I really like Fountain. To me, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was a little bugged when I first read it. I didn't think it was bad whatsoever, so that's not what I'm saying. It's just I kind of expected something a little bit different. But the more and more I played it out in my head, played out legitimate scenarios, it is just so much of what we needed in so many different ways. The ability to play around Joel, and obviously there was things that I liked about it, at first glance. But what I'm looking for as a hero player, I'm looking for to solve particular problems with the deck. One of the issues that I had with Fountain was that I wanted it to do something on summon, but that really didn't matter. But one of the other things that I really wish it would have done is that instead of setting a mass change, it sets a quick play change card. The reason why I wanted something like that is because if they want to make a future quick play change card in the future, we don't have to have these outdated cards. We have a card like Shadow Mist that will always search a quick play change card, whether it be form change, mass change second, or whatever. One of the simple fixes to that is just lock them into hero. Lock them into hero for the whole turn, so that way it can't be abused from other decks. And so, but all in all, I really like it because it makes cards like Vion, just way more, better of a summon. You don't have to just utilize it off of the Ferris line. It makes it to where, if you have to search for this and that, like, I don't know about you guys, but when you're getting hand trapped and everything and you have to pivot in certain ways, you need to find a way to have an E-Hero for Inferno Rage, and you need to have a way to get access to Poly all in one. A card like this really, really helps. Get those cards out of your hand. And on top of that, just being able to, like, shoot, let alone special summon a Malicious, right? Like, special summon a Malicious out of your hand. Like, one of the smallest things, say you don't have a way to dump it, you just special it, and then you link off into Cross Crusader and start playing. And the fact that it stays in your hand is just so huge. So huge. It may not seem like much, but it's a card that kind of gives you something while maintaining itself in your hand, so that way you can fuse it off for Contrast Zero Chaos. That's huge. Now, essentially, if you draw Stratos and you draw Fountain in your hand, it makes it to where you're able to pretend like you're using a one card Hero Lips combo. And so that's full combo in itself. Like, there's just so much. Word of advice, guys: pick up on your secret e-calls, pick up on your Rotas, your high rarity Rotas if it's available to you. Pick up on your e-calls if it's available to you. E-call becomes one of the best extenders in the deck once Ejector comes to us. And what else? Foolish Burial. I know that's, a lot of these cards have been played in Heroes for so long, but not necessarily in combination altogether. Now these cards become just incredible extenders, in the whole deck. So yeah, all in all, being able to play around Joel with Mask Hero Fountain, being a different attribute is really nice. Having all warriors is really nice with all the Mask Heroes. This is all something that I'm very, very, very excited for. I cannot wait for all these cards. I am very juiced. I am very excited. And I'm excited to prove a lot of people wrong. Yeah, I just took Hero to a regional, and it felt really good. Like, honestly, like, my losses, like, when I'm playing engine to engine, it feels good. It feels strong. Murakumo can't do nothing to a Malicious Bane, and it can't do nothing to a Neo Swingman. So I played against, little side note, I was playing against Lunalight. I made double Neo Swingman to run over his double Liger Dancer, and the dude was shook. He didn't know. He didn't even realize that Hero could have a natural out to Liger Dancer. So all of that side tangent, put aside. Yeah, I'm excited for these cards. I think Miracle Ejector, personally, I'm gonna try to play it at 3 to begin with. There's so much more that I can say about this card, but I see I'm already at 12.5 minutes. But about both cards, to be honest, polymerization becomes so much better. I don't know about you guys, but I'm playing at least 2 poly. I'm playing 2 poly right now, and I wish I was playing a 3rd, but I'm going to be playing at least 2 poly when that time comes for the Mask Heroes. That is my preference. That is what I'm going to be leaning towards. What else? There's just so much that I can say. But alright, guys, hope you guys have a great day. I'm still stuck in this traffic. If you guys like these type of videos where I just quickly get my thoughts down and just talk to you guys real quick, let me know. Maybe I'll do more of them. I got a phone prop in my car. I don't know, it took me so long for no reason. And I don't really have much time outside of this, so maybe this is something that I could do to get some content out. Alright, guys, God bless you guys, and remember, sometimes you're the only hero that somebody will ever see. So be kind to one another and be a light in somebody's life. See ya.